This shit right here for my oodles and noodles babies. His mom was smoking crack while she was pregnant, so he can't even help that he crazy. He going to jail, it's inevitable. For real. Ain't had nobody to give me no hope. I hope my mama ain't doing no coke. I used to wish that my daddy was living. I had a dream that I seen him a ghost. I used to act up when I went to school. Thought it was cool, but I really was hurt.
Yo. We on to one podcast right here. Episode 2, episode deuce. We here. How y'all boys feeling? Presidential election day. How y'all feeling?
Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Times 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck Donald Trump times 4.
Times 4.5. Counting you as well.
Counting us well. We got the squad here tonight. We got our we got Gio. We got me. We got Cabs. And we got our special guest. We got Yo Smell in the building. Yo. Right now is the road to 270. We got Joe Biden in the lead, 89-72. Although we know that tonight we're probably not gonna get the new president or the re-elected president, but we'll get a nice fucking basically a nice projection of who is gonna win. So yeah.
So when do we know?
Probably around. I'm guessing like for sure. I don't want to tell you like tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be tomorrow or the day after. I feel like it'll be maybe like a week from now. Maybe.
I feel like it depends.
I mean, it's fine because the president stays in the office until
January.
Until January.
Yeah.
So the thing is that the states have different rules. So every state can mandate how they handle the election. It's not a federal thing.
Yeah.
So like in the state of Florida, the mail-in ballots, you have until 10 days after the election for them to receive it and count it, with it being post-dated before the date of the election or on the date of the election. So like mine, I went in yesterday and I put it in and the lady just stamped it for me and sent it in. That's going to take a while to get there and they know that. Now, what we're probably going to end up seeing tonight, and usually around midnight is when this comes out, right, is the projection of who is going to win. And then afterwards, you would have the counting of all of those votes that either didn't get in, got in late, or whatever it was, that would confirm what it was that happened. Yeah. But we're in a totally different set right now where I'm not going to say the majority, but a lot more people than usual voted by mail.
100%. Not to stop you, but 100 million voters voted early. So imagine 100 million plus everybody today around the country voting. It's gonna be a crazy number. And what you were talking about that is not a federal thing. Like things like that for me is a problem.
Right.
100% is a problem because we need, like for example, we need to have, since this is a thing that's affecting the whole nation, the presidential election, we need to have order for everybody to follow, everybody to be on the same page. The same thing happened with the coronavirus, and it was a mistake because if you have each state basically putting their own rules on these things, like you're gonna have people on different pages, and it's gonna be confusion,
dude, you had
mix
Florida,
up.
You had Florida with certain rules, Chicago with others.
One issue that you run into when that happens is that every state isn't going to be dominated by the same party, right? So that party is going to change whatever rules they can or whatever they can do to affect the election in favor of their ideals and their party. So it's not really impartial, or well, not impartial, but it's not really fair.
Those numbers down there are how many votes they have?
In the popular vote,
yeah.
So right now there's 33% of the popular vote is in.
Casted, yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to get too much crazy.
There's a bunch of white people just talking.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't really care,
this shit is lame as fuck. My opinion, like, I don't like election night. At least this election night because we don't know who's gonna win.
Oh, look at that.
So it's kind of like, yeah, it's fucking lame.
We're not gonna get any closer tonight.
They look
we really are.
fucking post-mortem, like
2
weeks.
But you guys saw what happened.
Running my country.
You guys saw what happened in Texas
Fuck
though.
out of here.
With
What happened in Texas?
It was like 127,000 votes, I think it was, yeah. That the Republicans wanted to get like invalidated and like not casted
because of the date or the signature or something.
It was drive-through voting locations.
I've seen that shit so much that they're
But
predicting
a judge denied it though.
They're predicting like for someone to win now, like say Joe Biden, like to be presumed like winner, and then for tomorrow for all the ballots to be like, for all the fucking ballots to be counted, and then it switches. You get me?
Yeah, because what realistically what can happen. Okay, because I don't feel that like Joe Biden is gonna come out tonight, even
Tommy
if he's
Tuberville's up 17%.
even if he's projected to win, I don't feel that Joe Biden's gonna come out and
say he won,
and
yeah.
brag. Like on the opposite though, on the contrary,
Victory.
I feel Trump, like if Trump is winning tonight, right at the end of the night, which we know that the votes are not all in, he is gonna come out and he is gonna claim victory.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like, "Thank you for re-electing me."
He's most
Yeah.
likely gonna come, and because imagine his supporters are already like, they're not gonna accept defeat. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna believe that it's legitimate if they lose tonight.
Yeah.
So the only outcome for them is winning, right? They're not taking anything else for an answer. So if Trump comes out and wins tonight, and he comes out and brags about it to his fans, then for them that's it. It's settled. This shit is settled. If you come next week, yo, you lost. They're gonna be even fucking.
Yeah, I know.
reckless.
They're gonna take it as.
They're gonna take it as fraud.
So that's what I was about to say. I'm more interested
for sure.
to see what happens if he's projected a loser and he comes out tonight and what it is that he says.
That's what Bernie Sanders was scared of. He said that he's not scared about who wins or none of that. He's scared about him refusing to leave.
office.
Yeah, because he will pull up and say, "I want an investigation on all this shit because it's all voter fraud."
Yeah,
and they've been saying that the whole time.
He's done it. I remember when he got into presidency, they were reporting voter fraud, and he had his own team investigate it.
Mm-hmm.
His own team reported that there was no sign of fraud, and to this day, he still uses that.
And he's gonna claim it even more now because
And
the
claims
majority
that
of
all
it is
the
vote by
time,
mail.
bro.
He's psycho, bro.
He's
cuckoo, bro.
Imagine the FBI. I think it was the FBI and the CIA said that there was no signs, so he sent his own team, bro.
You know, in Berlin, I saw it on TikTok that they have like a wax museum, sort of like what they have here.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of people. Like they have
Trump.
They have Trump. They have Obama.
Yeah.
I think they have like Hillary or some shit like
they
that.
have like the famous politicians.
But you know what's crazy? That yesterday or the day before that, the 30th of October, fucking they put Donald Trump, like his figure, they put him in a trash can.
Yeah, it's funny because let me tell you something about Berlin. I mean, I've never been, but Berlin, I know that they're very liberal.
Yeah.
And it's a very because they have a big, not the big division, but like one side of the city is like very liberal, and then like there's a small fraction of like the city that's like very fascist.
It's crazy.
Right? Like that's very because you know the Berlin Wall and stuff.
That's what I was about to say. I wonder if that has anything to do.
It's crazy. It has a lot. Listen, bro, I went to Berlin, bro, so it's crazy. Like full first perspective, but when you can literally see like the side of the town that was affected.
Yeah, because
by the war and by everything.
So when you say
like,
that, what do you
insane.
mean? What do you see?
Like you still in some side of the side, you still see some ruins from the war and stuff. Like you still see like one side of the town, you can still see it's like prospering more than the other, just because they haven't had to face the same setbacks and
So when you go from one side to the other, can you feel it?
No, it's not that you feel it, not like that, but like I'm saying,
visual.
like it's just visual, like
visualize it.
it's not like everyone's the same. I don't think you feel like what Tony was saying, not like that. I didn't really feel anything like that, to be honest.
So that's what I was asking.
I don't know, like maybe I wasn't paying attention to that, but I really didn't feel none of that.
So you don't think that the people carry themselves differently at all?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they see each other like as like East versus West Side or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like things like that will always be like extremist to both sides.
For sure.
But I recently saw a documentary, a Copa 90 documentary about the huge soccer derby that they have in Berlin, because in Berlin, like there's no prominent team that dominates everything. It's kind of like they're a weak mid-table team. Their best team in Berlin, which is the capital of Germany, right? And they said because natives from there, they were talking about that. It's not like for them, unity was more important than like anything else. They didn't want to be rivals. But then obviously, football's football, and it becomes a sport, it becomes rivals. But that what happened with the Berlin Wall closed off because one side of Berlin wanted to be communist and the other wanted to be capitalist, right? And the wall, the division, I think it was not that much. I think it's like 15 feet or something like that, or it's more, right?
Way.
It's more, but it's not huge. Like I don't mean like the like horizontally. I'm talking about like
Oh no! It's two walls.
Yeah, it's two walls. Yeah,
essentially.
and that thing in the middle, it was like impossible to get over. Like there was guards every 24/7, snipers. There was everything,
It's crazy.
And
crazy.
what happens is after that, when the Berlin Wall falls and they open the gates, like everybody became like united. A city that had seen so much division, they were like, "Fuck this shit! Like we don't need none of this shit," and they like they're super unified. But then like recently, like in the last 10 years, like there's been like that kind of tension between sides of the city. And what we were talking about, what Cap was saying about visualizing it, there's a picture that when the Berlin Wall was, in action, you can see when like the capitalist side had already shifted to electricity. Like the city lights, they were through electricity, and then
The ones with gas?
and the other ones are gas, and it's like you can see the different color. One is like a little orangey, and the other one's like a bright like white, yellow.
Listen, it
And
was
it's fucking crazy.
it was 30 miles of barbed wire barrier
Yeah, that's 30 miles
through the heart of
city.
Berlin, like
Yeah,
the
but
middle of Berlin.
like the
bro.
width is not that much. It's
no,
like
no, it was. I'm pretty. It's
No,
like
look, check it
like
out.
there's points where it's like arms width type shit. There's
I
points
mean,
where it's arms width.
I mean like from wall to wall.
Yes.
But yeah, like it was just fucking. It was a really good documentary. Like it was really fucking good. But I don't know, Berlin.
Fuck a
And then families like separated too, bro. You
Fuck
feel
the
me?
wall.
Families
That
like
shit never works.
families that were like on the east and on the west side
Yeah.
separated.
Some like a lot of them wanted to cross over from both sides and they couldn't. The walls shut down. The wall shut down like spontaneously. Like it was just like, okay, we're gonna fucking do this, and they fucking
Yeah,
did
they
it.
came through the
Some-
middle of the night. Like imagine people wake up and the walls was
God
there.
damn it.
Literally, people just woke up and the wall was there for some people, bro. They came through the soldiers came through the middle of the night and set up the walls.
lines, like there were. I saw the documentary. There was like lines of people wanting to cross over, and at one point, like people, like the lines were so long that people in the back of the lines and stuff, like they couldn't. Like it got to the point that when the walls got guarded and everything was set, like that's it.
So was the guarding of those walls and maintaining that a mutual thing between the two sides of Berlin?
Yeah, because they both equally wanted to do their own shit. So one wanted to be communist, one wanted to be capitalist. It wasn't like one side oppressing the other. You know what I mean?
Why didn't they didn't split off? Like I don't get
They
it.
split off. They created a wall.
Yeah.
And they split off. But there was some people, and to this day.
Yeah, but wasn't it built by the socialist soldiers trying to keep the fascists out?
Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I know that it wasn't like I know the wall was built and both sides wanted like to be separated. There was obviously I'm sure there was people who didn't want that, and there's people to this day I saw in the documentary that will still not go to the other side. The extremists, like the people who are extreme that they won't go to the other side. And for a tourist and for a regular person, you could cross over and you won't notice the differences sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Unless like you said that you see the ruins and stuff, but a random like an average person.
Yeah, I feel you.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, back to American politics. Back, we went from Europe to back here to the shithole right now we got going on. So right now we're in commercials. Let's see what happens.
We're the laughing stock of like a lot of other.
But it's
For
true.
sure,
Bro.
yeah.
Every time I travel, bro, and I'll like start talking like with like socializing with somebody from wherever I'm at, bro. Then we'll mention politics or something, bro. And instantly they're like, "Oh, what do you think about Trump?" Laughing and shit.
Yeah.
Like
It's a TV
it's
show.
a joke. It's a joke. Like
Yeah.
literally a joke, bro.
Dude, I'm on Twitter a lot. And when you go on Twitter and you kind of get on like some weird sides of Twitter,
sure.
on different forums, not like your basic feed, and you start looking at the replies from other people from other countries, and like they will laugh at you, like they laugh at you. Trump's really the president and shit like that because bro, this is fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. So right now the
This
count
is
is
New
131.
York Times.
New York Times is live.
Yeah.
So it's 131 to Biden and 92 to Trump. 315 remaining, 270 to win.
How much for Biden?
181 was it, right?
131.
131, I'm sorry.
Damn.
To 92. Yeah, but it looks like Trump's gonna win Florida, bro.
Yeah, he probably will in Florida.
No, he's definitely gonna win Florida
Yeah.
because I don't know, bro. Every corner that I see, there's a Trump flag, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
Every
probably won
corner that
Florida
I see
already.
here, And it's all like a bunch of like old Cubans and shit.
Yeah, it's that dude. Like, yo, one thing about, I don't want to get too like philosophical and shit, but one thing about Hispanic people,
Yeah.
and like especially like Cubans, like we're from the Caribbean, like we're happy people, like we're like joyful people. We're not cold, like we're passionate, like I don't know if you've noticed, but like we're like fans, like we like that shit, like it's just in our culture. Like we're not European, like we're not American, we're not like these. Some of these people are cold blooded, you know. They don't know their neighbors, they don't say hi to their neighbors.
Yeah.
We're like very like friendly, very like
Social,
happy,
man.
like very social,
Loud.
and that's loud, like, and like when you
Definitely
put
loud.
something, and when you put something, you shove it down your throat. That especially for Cubans, that like I repeated before, that these guys are the socialists and these guys are the communists coming to take your freedoms. That you fled Cuba, your native country, for like imagine, you don't say less, bro.
Yeah.
Give me the flag.
Yeah.
The Democrats are here to steal Christmas. Give me the flag and we fucking go and we fucking wave it.
Another thing that I've heard a lot of Cubans specifically have an issue with the Democratic Party for is the Bay of Pigs.
100%.
Because, so
What the fuck is that?
so the Bay of Pigs, and my grandfather was there. He got captured there. So what the Bay of Pigs was these guys that were Cuban exiles. A lot of them were actually in the old Batista army, which was the army of the regime before Castro came in and he took over.
Okay.
They got kicked out or they fled or whatever it was, but they came to America, right? At some point in time there, the U.S. government kind of fostered a rebellion group and told them, look, we're going to support you. You go back there and we're going to take that shit over. We're going to take it back. And they were supposed to have air support from the U.S., right? They went and JFK called that shit off and left them there to go get fucked.
That was the
Yeah.
nail in the coffin for many Cubans. And
Yeah.
that became generational. Your kid, oh, fuck the Democrats.
Yeah,
Drive
you
your
pass
kid.
it- you pass
and
it
it's
down,
just something
yeah.
that becomes generational. And I've heard that a lot too, Jay.
Damn, that's
the Bay of
amazing.
Pigs, I've talked to a lot of older Cuban people, and even though, like, I disagree with most of them, like, but that is true. Like, that was, like, a lot of older Cubans have told me that that's, like, the nail in the coffin for the Democratic Party.
Dude, but like I feel like that older generation is always they're stuck on like old stuff, bro. Like
Yeah, but that
No,
that
but
shit,
even
that just
still,
it's
things.
understandable. It's understandable for
But
sure.
that extends to even now. Like one issue that a lot of younger people have is that Obama repealed wet foot, dry foot, right? It's the same thing. And it's a policy. You're mad at a policy taken directly against you,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And how it affected you. So you're entitled to feel kind of a way about that, but the issue is that you're not thinking about it from the perspective
Of an American.
Yeah, this is their side of this, and this
Exactly.
is what their job is to fucking do.
That's
My job is not to babysit the Cuban people. My job is to do
100%.
what I have to do as a president of the United States.
Yeah, and
It's
I feel
totally
that,
separate thing.
and I feel that a lot of like that resonated with a lot of Cubans, and a lot of Cubans agreed with it, like, which is fucking kind of fucked up and hypocritical. But I know I've met a lot of Cubans who've been here for over 10 years, and they said, yeah, enough's enough. What's coming from Cuba is the
Not-
scum,
not only-
the
not only
low
that,
level.
Bro, that's so stupid.
Which I think is hypocritical. Hypocritical. I think that shit's fucking disgusting. But I don't know. I don't see it that way. I feel that. I don't feel. Also, I'm not gonna come here and say open the border. Everybody fucking come because that's also not rational. But like this is what America's known for.
For sure.
We're the land of the free. People come here for better opportunities, especially when you're running away from a communist government that you apparently hate so fucking much here in the U.S. So we're closing the borders for people who are running from what you hate the most,
Yeah.
which I think is hypocritical. But a lot of fucking Cubans agreed with that shit. And
You know what's crazy? I saw a comment. I think it was like Only Date or some shit like that.
yeah,
And it was this girl. Basically, she was like, like if you don't like the country so much, like why don't you leave? And some
that's
guy was
immigration.
like, yes,
That's
thank you.
immigration.
Like
You
you're
understand?
proving
I
our
see that. I've seen
point.
it before.
You're a fucking
That's hilarious.
retard.
Yeah, like you understand immigration.
Yeah,
Why people
and
leave their
exactly
countries.
what happens.
And
yes.
bro, like I don't know, in my opinion, bro, dude, this country's never gonna be a communist country, bro.
No, never.
Like,
I mean, at least not.
I think that's impossible.
Yeah, I think it's impossible
I
too,
think that's
bro. Like,
impossible. And-
why would that happen?
And what I really hate is the ignorance. Like this is what I really can't stand: the ignorance of just the whole propaganda thing. Like they go straight to like communist. Like bro, you're telling me I'm a communist, bro? Like In what world am I a communist, bro?
Yeah.
So most people that are gonna call you that for being a Democrat are not gonna. They don't really know the true definition of the word. Another problem that a lot of people have is that they don't know how to separate communism from authoritarianism, which is a different thing. Authoritarianism is a system and the way you control people. Communism is just a system of economics. You can have a communist system without being authoritarian. You can have a socialist system without being authoritarian.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's one thing. Not to tell you again, but that's one thing.
History.
That's one thing that happened a lot here in America. We basically like made that idea up that we linked Americans linked communism and socialism to not having rights and not being free and this and that, everything, and then they linked capitalism because of the free market to freedom, which sometimes will contradict because, as we all know, some people are tied down, working 60 hours a week, living paycheck to paycheck. They can't go to the hospital. They can't send their kids to school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it might not, maybe it's not too much freedom, but for somebody who opens up a business, so that's why they linked capitalism with freedom.
Also,
And
the reason that they're gonna link communism
Yes,
with the reason that they're gonna link communism with all those negative connotations and those things is one, it is happening, right? Obviously, in Cuba, it did happen.
yeah,
For sure.
But also, it gives us an excuse to say that's the bad guy. Let's go fuck shit up, right? Which is a totally different.
It gives them a
thing.
side to like root for. I feel like.
Yes, it gives the American people a reason to say, okay,
we're
we're
attacking
gonna
somebody else.
Because if it's a different thing of if okay, that's just how those people handle their money, then it being this is a person who's evil and wants to take over the world and they want to do this with your money. That's a different kind of like situation that you're putting a person into.
It creates hate and fear, which is a deadly duo. And like I said before, like it's just propaganda at the end of the day, which gets fed and until it becomes a reality to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to argue with these people, even talk to them normally because that's their reality.
None of them accept facts at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah, because that's their reality.
Because they don't believe exactly.
Bro, my shit is look, bro. It's very simple. Like vote for whoever the fuck you're gonna vote. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Do whatever you're gonna do. Believe whatever you're gonna believe. Because at the end of the day, like it's gonna affect me somehow, but not directly. Like I don't care that much. But bro, to the point where it starts getting like aggressive.
Yeah, hateful.
And hateful, yeah, like that hateful. And also like when people are trying to shove something into my face, or like they're trying to feed me something that I don't certainly believe, that shit pisses me off, bro.
100%.
That shit pisses me off when I have a big flag just like draping on my car.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Like,
You feel
why,
like-
bro? I
you feel
want to
like
rip
ripping
it
that shit
and
off,
freaking
yeah.
like drag it. You feel
You
me?
feel
Like
like ripping it off, man.
It's annoying.
It's
really
bro.
annoying, bro.
It's simple. It's annoying. And it's
It's
fucking
to-
childish. Yo,
it's
we're
not
talking
to that
about
extent.
we're talking about politicians here.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Superman or Batman or D Wade or LeBron
Bro,
James.
I didn't even see that many Heat flags, nothing this season.
definitely
like,
not.
Never
We're
have I
We're
have,
talking
bro.
about a politician, bro.
Yeah.
The person who you pay to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And these people like Gio said earlier that it becomes their identity. Like that's what they root for. It's not about their policies or half these people don't know fucking American
And
politics.
they all fall into like a small, narrow like category of people, bro.
Yeah, and imagine you link them all up, and they all go and cheer.
And some
for
of
the
these
same guy.
people I'm including because they're my family. For me, like some of these
100%.
people are in my social group and
And
my
it's
circle,
disappointing, right? It's disappointing.
And it's just like, bro,
It's
like
fuck.
I'm not even gonna talk to you because
But
we don't
it's
think alike.
100%.
There's a lot of cases where I interact with these people and I try to
Try to understand.
and I don't get it, bro. It
Nah,
doesn't make
fuck
any
that.
sense to
No,
me.
I don't-
'Cause,
I gave up on that shit a long time ago.
the thought
I
process
don't even
is
interact with them no more,
Nah,
man.
hell
Don't
no.
try it. It's
The-
impossible.
Stay
the-
away from me, bro.
the thought process is totally different. It doesn't make any sense to me, right? So when I look at these things, I'm thinking about, okay, so who's this going to impact? How's it going to help me? How's it going to help people that I care about?
Yeah.
How's it going to help people that need it, right? For a lot of people like that, it's just like, this is what I'm doing, and this is the team that I'm on, and this is the point that I want to prove.
Yeah.
And it's when you ask them, well, what really are you looking for? What do you want to happen? Usually it comes down to the economy, The economy is booming.
Money.
Well, how is it booming? How? Explain it to me.
So you know,
and they
so,
can't.
So look, I found very simple explanations for that. It's greed. It's greed. It comes down to greed because people just want more money. You get me? And when lies are being spread by this freaking Cheeto, we're gonna get fed all these lies about the tax cut that aren't gonna affect us because we're poor. And a lot of people with the flags that are like 62%
Most of them.
taxes, no.
But it's
A
not-
99
They're
vote,
poor.
Yeah,
You're
no,
poor.
I'll
You're
pass.
not gonna get out of the $78,000 you make a year combined with your whole everything.
And that's a huge problem.
Like-
I know you want to say something, but I know that's a huge problem with. Okay, I'm not a communist, but this is a huge problem with like capitalism, that like the average person who's most likely gonna just stay around that area and that circle of not poverty, but that circle of mediocrity, you can say.
Yeah.
They will do anything to feel like or have a thought process to work their fucking ass off because they want to be rich. They want to be with the rich people, so they think that getting up at 5 in the morning and fucking posting rise and grind and shine or whatever is better, and they're better than you because you wake up at 9 and you do the same thing at 9 instead of 5.
So
you know what I'm saying?
one thing you'll notice is that a lot of those people, the reason that they vote that way, right, outside of if you're racist and you hear the dog whistle and you align yourself with it or whatever it is, if you're voting strictly on your pocket and you don't even have that money yet, what that is that you think, okay, I'm going to be in that $1 billion category, whatever it is that you want it to be, and that's going to impact me at some point. It's not about what it is right now.
Yeah.
The thought is selfish, and it's not even about you, because you're not talking about yourself in the present tense.
It hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, and it might never happen. It probably will never happen.
Yeah.
And the
look,
thought is still selfish.
My take on that is that like I don't really know enough about both sides or like
The
none of that
technical
to
side,
care.
you don't know
Yeah, like the
politics.
But I do understand
Idea.
the idea of capitalism, like of. So give me a brief explanation of what it is.
All right, to sum up capitalism, it's basically okay. So the first thing about capitalism is a free market, right? That you have the capability, right, to work, save up money, and then open up your
Business.
bread
It's
shop.
a free ballgame.
And Gio can come here and open up his clothing store.
So look, that's the thing that I do.
And then 100%. Me personally, I feel that there's a good balance between capitalism and socialism, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because in capitalism, the thing that people are mostly against is exploitation or maximizing profits, right? You can be in profit and not maximize your profits. You don't have to pay your workers $7.25 for 45 hours of work a week, and then you get everything else and like
You
can
make
have-
the most, bro. Like
me personally, I would like a system where we can have socialized
It's fair.
necessities like healthcare,
For sure.
medicine, school, education, and these are things that are possible and they'd be better. And one thing about like the socialist side of the system
the Texas.
is that you can, like the oldest saying is that things will be better because it won't be a necessity. You don't have to work at McDonald's to live barely, but you go to the burger shop of Nari's Burger Shop to grill burgers and cook fries because that's what you like to do.
No, I don't like to do.
No, 100%. But you'd be surprised that a lot of people don't want to work at McDonald's, but a lot of people.
Bro, dude.
No, then look, hear me out. That everybody doesn't like to work at McDonald's, right? But imagine if McDonald's was ran by your parents, generate your grandparents, great grandparents, and then you want to take over McDonald's. That's your business, and you like to cook burgers and fucking make good quality shit.
Yeah, like there's
So-
people that love fucking barbecue.
Exactly.
Like, this is what I fucking do.
And then with capitalism
I get that.
and you maximize profits is that everything becomes shittier for like so you can get richer.
So that's exactly what I was gonna say.
You
So
get what I'm
when you ask that question, right? The textbook explanation of capitalism would be that you have a free market, right? And the cream would rise to the top, right? So whatever product is the best is going to be what maximizes its profits. Whatever is going to make the most money is going to dominate the market, right? Huh?
Apple.
Exactly, right? So like that, you're going to be the best, so you're going to be at the top. What ends up happening in real life, though, in a lot of cases, is the companies, in order to maximize profits, are actually going to make a race to the bottom, right? Where we're going to keep kind of the same level of product, but we're just going to try to make it the cheapest possible way that we can.
Yeah, I know.
So then you end up with shit.
Yeah, I
Right.
understand.
Another issue with the idea of the free market, right, is that in theory, in a vacuum, it's beautiful, right? It works perfectly fine, right? It's a great idea. But when it's built and entirely predicated on a system, right, that started with these people aren't human beings and these people, we're talking about slavery, obviously, right? These people aren't human beings and these people don't deserve rights and they're going to work for free for the entirety of their life. And the people who are in charge of that system are profiting off of all of that and do not have it taken away from them.
You're saying, like,
after it's abolished, you cannot have a free market because these people are disenfranchised to be able to make the same steps that the other
It's
people
like starting
do
a
already.
video game at level. You start at level 1 and I start at level
You're
minus 10.
saying. What was that you were saying before about the? You were just explaining to to Afnari about the.
The market, the free
The
market,
free
on the
market,
race to the bottom.
What you were saying is like the way the foundation, like the foundation.
Yeah, the foundation is faulty. It doesn't work, right? Because it's not fair. It's not even.
Like
If
the
it
way
was in a
set up.
vacuum, it will work, right? It's not balanced out.
And a huge problem with capitalism is that we're ruining it because capitalism, like Gio said, in theory is beautiful. Like any economic theory, in theory on paper, it's for the most likely it'll be something very appealing.
Because it doesn't run into faulties. Like,
Yeah, but the thing is with capitalism, like people are getting around the system, and it's making it that it's not so much an even market no more. It's not a free market because I can't open up
It's like at the end
any fucking business because Jeff Bezos is gonna run me out of fucking business, and nobody's stopping him.
It's like Afnari was saying. At the end of the day, it goes back to greed, bro.
Because it gets to a point that no, I don't want to have $1 million. I want to have 10 million, and with $10 million, you won't need 100 million. Like you just don't need it. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you, yeah.
But it's like now with the Morris, bro, that this guy
Yeah,
tweeted.
like I predicted, like I said before, I think I said it on this podcast. The privatizing a space of Mars, which is supposed to be our next step to evolve our human race, we're already basically making it as whoever has the most money is gonna get there first, and it's gonna privatize it. Look what happened to the Earth. We're fucked. The Earth is fucked because of what? Because of greed, like you said, Avnar, privatizing shit, things that shouldn't be privatized. And the worst thing is that NASA doesn't get funded enough to keep up with Elon Musk, and now Jeff Bezos is probably gonna get into the fucking tree.
I think he already has.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so if our own program, NASA, isn't getting funded by the government enough to compete with these multi-billionaires, trillionaires, we're fucked. Because we're gonna start with the left foot. To what's supposed to be our next step as a race.
What's up with Kanye?
Huh?
What's up with Kanye? He said he's voting for himself.
Man, shout out Kanye.
He's a G.
Shout out Kanye, man.
Yeah, I saw in Vermont. He had like 800, almost 900.
You know,
votes.
something
That's
about
crazy.
it though is telling me that he's doing some shit like to help Trump. I know. Maybe he said that, he was doing it for himself.
Like you
and
think
it's
the
not.
dude is he's barely winning any votes. Bro.
Whether he knows it or not, I think that he is.
Maybe
right?
he is, yeah.
Not in affecting the vote counts, right? But making possibly people feel more comfortable with it. It's kind of like it's like an endorsement, right? Kind of, right? Because he's running for himself, but he's aligning himself with this, which is kind of weird because he's not running as a true third party or anything like that. He doesn't even really have a policy set.
No.
And he said that when we were talking about Rogan last episode. He would ask him, and he was like, "I don't really have anything. I'm just like, I just want to do good shit."
Yeah.
He kept
Right.
on saying this key phrase. He kept on talking about that if he gets the information, he will always make the right decision, which I think is a lie. Like it's obviously it's impossible. You can't always make the right decisions.
Yeah.
Especially in politics. Like I don't think I think he has, in theory, everything fixed, but it's so much fucking harder. Imagine Kanye walks into the office and he has to pass a bill in front of the fucking left and in front of the right, and who is he gonna line himself with? The right? Then he has the right, but now he has the left, which is another thing. It's just the whole system is fucked because it's something that it makes it impossible to progress as these people just cancel out each other. Trump wants to destroy Obamacare, which was fucking took 8 years to build.
He's a fucking idiot, dog.
Right? So what are we getting at? Instead of just improving on something that's already built, why are you gonna take?
I had that shit for a little bit.
It's gonna take you. Look, it's gonna take you 4 years to destroy it. Right? It's gonna take you 4 years to destroy it.
Not only that, he doesn't have anything to come back with,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. It's gonna take you 4 years to destroy it, and then you're gonna need to get reelected first, and then 4 more years to try and get something in, which is gonna be half-assed because you're not gonna have enough time to hold.
You know what I'm wondering this whole fucking time? How someone could sit the amount of hours and just fucking look at this shit,
Possible.
think to themselves like, wow, like I really want Donald Trump to win.
It's impossible for me. At least it's impossible. I'm sure I can
This
see
shit
the.
is whack as
I can
fuck.
actually see the appeal for like a 65-year-old like Karen.
Bro,
in her
whether
house.
being Karen, 65 years old. Bro, if you're 65 years old and you're Miss Karen, fuck you, bro. Because I already know you're a dickhead. You're going to call the cops on me and you're going to tell me some fucked up shit.
Yo, sticking with Trump. I don't know
Wait,
you guys.
going back to what you were saying about Kanye, like
Finish it.
I don't feel like he's stealing votes like that. Like I don't think it's gonna like matter. Like at the end of the day, I just feel like I just feel like he made it more comfortable for people to like come out and vote for Trump or like you get
Made it
me?
more appealing, basically.
More appealing, yeah.
Like, oh look, Kanye's voting for Trump. Well, I don't know
like
if he voted for
now,
Trump.
like Masvidal
He
has
wrote himself
done.
in.
Oh, he wrote himself
He
in?
wrote himself in.
Like
Yeah, he
Lil
did.
Wayne, Masvidal has.
Lil Pump. Fuck
Lil-
Lil Pump.
fuck
Yo,
Lil Pump.
Gazzy.
Bro,
Gazzy,
you know
we
what's
do not
crazy?
claim you no more, bro.
You know
Miami
what's
does
crazy?
not
You
claim you.
saw Trump
He
call
is
him.
not from Miami, bro.
Trump
We do
called
not
him-
claim
we do not claim
that clown.
Trump introduced
You a
him as
clown.
Lil Pimp.
Trump is
I
fucking
saw
crazy.
the video and bro, he's like Lil Pimp. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah.
Lil Pimp. He's like, look. He's like,
Yeah.
he points at everywhere. And he comes up with his fucking MAGA hat and shit.
Yo, tell me, I saw that shit and I was like, yo, we're literally like in a simulation. Yo.
No, we
Yo,
are.
what the
It's
fuck
a
is this shit?
South Park episode.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
it's insanity, man.
It is.
I tweeted that the other day because I saw the Nelk. Was it Nelk?
Nelk
That they got
was-
on stage and they started dancing
Yeah,
and shit. The
they were-
YMCA.
Yeah.
Yo, what is that, bro?
Yeah, and they're Canadian.
Oh
they got to
my
meet.
God.
They got to meet Trump and everything. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
they're,
please do.
they're trollers.
No. I kind of fuck
Yeah,
with them. I fuck with
they're
them
fucking
because they
Canadian,
give
bro.
you a gig, they give you a
They don't
laugh.
give a fuck about
Yeah, they
none
don't
of that shit.
they don't really care, but whatever. Besides that, like, bro, what's happening, bro?
Yeah.
Nah, you guys saw Trump. He was hitting the little.
Dude, that was
Yeah,
a
the
horrible
YMCA.
dance, bro. I felt like kicking him and
funny
shit.
as fuck, bro.
You know what's crazy? I wonder what he thinks he gains by bringing Lil Pump on the stage, bro.
I don't understand.
Dude, but
What do
nobody,
you- what do you
everybody
think?
there was like, hey.
Yeah, like the people
Dude,
that
no
were
one
there,
there
were like,
already knew
who
he
the
was.
Who
fuck?
the fuck he was? And maybe like some, like those young guys, you feel me, that
Yeah,
are like
maybe.
really like
The minority,
troublesome.
bro.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that doesn't,
Get outta here,
I
bro.
don't understand what you think you're gonna gain by doing that. The
I don't
funniest
know.
thing is that Trump brings out Lil Pump and then Biden brings out 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz, and you
Right
saw
about
him
that 2
sing.
Chainz.
Oh,
bro.
he said, I'm different.
He's like,
Yeah,
I'm saying
he's
this,
like,
yeah,
I'm different. That's fine.
I vote for him because they believe in difference or some shit. He's like, no, with I'm different.
And
yeah.
also Eminem, shout out Eminem. He let
Oh, yeah.
Biden use "Lose Yourself" in the. In one of the
Yeah,
ads.
no, he's cool.
You
right?
saw,
Eminem-
you saw,
Eminem
you
good
saw
for
what
that
50
shit.
Cent tweeted?
No, I
It was
haven't
like
seen it.
a black guy with a Confederate flag and a
Oh,
white
yeah.
guy.
Oh,
with
Lil
a-
Wayne
with a
and
Black
Eminem?
Lives Matter, and he put Lil Wayne versus 50 Cent. I mean, versus
Eminem, yeah.
Eminem.
That's hilarious.
That's funny, though.
Staying with Trump, I don't know if you guys found out.
Staying with Trump.
Yeah, on the topic of Trump.
No.
No, it's not what I mean. I
Find
didn't
another
mean.
topic.
I didn't look. No,
No, no, it's just
this
crazy.
Is,
though.
yeah, this is some crazy shit. So we all know. I don't know if you guys know Dia de los Muertos. It's a national holiday in Mexico, and
Yeah.
a lot of Mexicans live here in America. Basically, you know, they remember and cherish their loved ones that passed away. They have a party,
The
celebrate. You know,
pinata, the whole parade.
the whole, 9 yards.
Yeah,
they
and they
celebrate.
bring,
I know,
they bring
I know.
food and stuff to
Yeah,
the
I know.
They celebrate
What
And
their
happened?
life.
they leave offerings for the dead. I
Yeah.
think.
What
Yeah.
happened with that?
So Trump decided a week before, not even a week before fucking an election, to use Dia de los Muertos as make this a legal holiday, National Remembrance Day for Americans killed by illegal aliens. I'm sorry, which is basically immigrants, illegal immigrants.
Okay.
So he made Dia de los Muertos,
In
which
here.
is
Yeah,
here in the U.S.
Okay.
which is a Mexican holiday to remember the past,
Yeah.
to remember the ones that passed away. National Remembrance Day for Americans killed by illegal aliens.
So he's just basically like, yo,
crazy,
fuck your whole shit, bro.
He just took a piss.
Fuck
on
all
him,
of
You
bro.
know what's crazy, bro?
The final dig,
That
bro.
I see the fucking Latinos for Trump.
Dude, that
And it's
gets
like
me
seeing
so
like
hot, bro.
Jews for Hitler.
Yes, it's like seeing Jews, bro. What is that, bro?
Damn, man, it's tough. It's tough. That's tough,
What the
man.
fuck, bro?
And dude, and I'm not Mexican. Obviously, I don't understand Mexican culture as somebody Mexican would, but I kind of feel like offended.
Yeah.
And like that's just fucking offensive. I imagine him fucking being Mexican. I must feel like, dude, what the
And
fuck?
the crazy thing is that it's not an accident. They didn't just
Right.
happen
Oh,
to
no,
do that.
for
Right?
sure.
That's
For
something
sure,
that
for
is
sure.
targeted. So that's something that you would say is it could be labeled as a dog whistle, right? Where a dog whistle is something that these people can hear, like a racist is gonna be able to tell. That's what that is. That's for me. Like, I feel that shit. I feel that. I like that. Right? That's what that is. But one thing that you'll notice in terms of like voting numbers in general, the majority of Latinos are voting Democrat.
Yeah,
by
it's
far,
just-
right? The only ones that are the idiots is the Cubans that live here.
100%.
And
I
that's
feel
it.
like, I feel like that's
No,
just them with the trauma,
I don't
bro.
feel that.
No. I'm talking about nationwide numbers. Just like
Yeah,
the,
the
the,
whole
the
country.
ratio of the rest of the country.
It's crazy
You
'cause-
feel that way because you live here and you see it every day. It's a different world that we live in here.
But yeah, but let me talk to it. Not even like that, because at least in the polls right now, what they were showing, Miamidade was voting majority Biden, bro.
Yeah, it flipped
It
not
flipped
too
blue.
not too recently.
flipped
Right now
blue,
it just
yeah.
switched back to Trump.
Oh, it switched back to Trump.
Yeah,
now?
right. Yeah, recently. But what Gio was, I didn't know to what Gio was saying about that. That's like the bubble we live here. We live here is we see Trump every fucking day and it's shoved in our faces. But you just go a little bit north and you go to Orlando and the Hispanic voter over there Biden was killing it.
Yeah.
He was dominating. So it's not like it's a nationwide problem. Although there is Latinos for Trump, probably
sure.
everywhere in the country.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's
not to the
vast minority.
Yeah, it's not to the way that we feel here that it dominates everything.
Yeah.
Because one thing we have to understand about Miami is that Miami is a very different type of place from the rest
Miami's
of the
a different
country.
case
It
compared.
Yeah.
It feels like a totally different planet, bro. Like it feels like you're in a different country when you cross into Miami-Dade County.
Fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
It's like, I mean, America's a melting pot, but it's literally a
You
fucking melting pot.
know how many people I screamed at today and flicked off? Probably four. It
I
felt
see-
good. It felt good telling them that I disagreed with them.
I saw a
It
bunch.
felt so good.
I saw a bunch today. And I heard there was some fucking guy on 24th Street in Coral Way,
Dude,
like shutting down the street. Like he was
on
literally
this
the middle
Oh,
of
the
the
dude
street.
that turned his pickup into the
billboard truck.
Listen,
Yeah.
The lady won.
That
The one
was-
that he was
Oh, for
against.
real?
Yeah, she's the
listen,
mayor.
that was right behind my crib, bro.
For real?
That was by the train
fucking
truck. They
Yeah.
passed by the train tracks. They
I heard about
passed
You know what's crazy?
with the rally, bro. The whole time you could just, bro. The whole day was
God
beeping.
knows
like
not
that.
to test me like that. God knows that he should not put one of those in front of me. Because I'm not splitting the coconut, bro.
How are you gonna do that, bro?
Not
You're
to
driving.
I'll get out the car and I'll
And
take
split
the little
them?
Trump flag and split him in the coconut, nigga.
Yo, just not to interrupt, but it just got updated apparently, and I saw Biden was up. I didn't catch the number.
There was 92,
94 or something.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't even know, man.
Well, we know
72
Biden's up.
forgot.
I mean, Biden's probably gonna be up the whole night. I think unless we get Florida in. If Florida gets in, probably, and if Trump
It'll
wins
be-
Florida,
it'll go-
it'll
I
probably
think-
even out almost.
No, I think Trump will be up by a few.
Well, it'll be around there. But yeah, this is fucked
We
up.
also have to wait for California. California falls late. too.
Yeah, and California's gonna be blue, so we already you get jumped down. Boy, I saw a meme on Twitter that was like, the homies in California voted blue after after Biden wins, and it was like J.R. Smith with the trophy.
Oh, yeah.
And like, he didn't even play a minute.
Yeah,
and like, he
he
didn't
didn't do
play.
anything.
He didn't do anything, and he was celebrating.
The crazy thing about California is that I've heard that that's like two totally different states.
What do you mean?
Because it's a big as fuck,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you
like,
have
like the northern and the southern side.
yeah. So you have LA.
I've heard about like breaking it up before into southern.
No, yeah,
California,
they
northern
that's an
California.
issue that they have almost every year, is splitting the with the state into
State
two,
into two.
right? Because the northern part of the country is really, really conservative. The only hubs that are like really liberal like that is
Los
obviously San
Angeles.
Francisco, LA, Oakland, all those types of places.
Los Angeles, bro, I went LA for sure. It's straight Democrat.
No, yeah, no,
Democrat,
it's
Democrat.
historically super liberal, which is cool. I mean, but yeah, this shit with the Dia de los Muertos, I think it's disrespectful,
It's fucked up.
and it's gross. And personally,
Yeah,
I think that shit is disgusting.
Bro, he's gross, bro. He's
No,
a gross
He obviously
person.
knows what he's doing. It's not like you know the Ford
Yeah,
Bronco.
it's
all of
a
that.
tactical
Like when
move.
Ford Bronco was released the announcing of the new Ford Bronco on the day of OJ's birthday or some shit like that.
You dead ass serious
yeah,
right now?
Yeah, bro, that happened, bro.
Dead ass
And then
serious right
I
now?
guess then they realized and they made a statement on it and everything, bro.
That's the best.
Bro,
Listen,
search
that
it
is
up, bro, I
the
promise
best
you.
marketing
Charger, yeah.
That's the best, dude. That's the best free marketing
that you could ask for.
ever, bro. That's the best free marketing strategy ever, bro.
So since we're on commercials right now, you know, we'll get into a little lighter note. We're not trying to, you know, drag this shit too long, but we got breaking news. Well, not breaking news, but this week news. So Floyd Money Mayweather confirms that his daughter Yaya is expecting a baby from NBA Youngboy.
With NBA.
So we know that Yaya before got like she got into like a case because she stabbed his baby mama or something.
Yeah,
whatever happened to
I'm not sure, but so we know that NBA Youngboy.
Bro,
Is
that
having a
baby
kid?
is gonna be a killer. He's a killer.
A
He's a
stone
killer.
cold
A
fucking
He
murderer.
does not care. Bro, that's
Yeah, he's gonna-
that's insane, bro.
Dude, imagine that's the next 20. What is it? 30-0, 31-0. What is it?
I don't know.
Like Mayweather's?
I think it was 34. I think I don't know, but I think it's. What do you guys think about this shit? This is kind of funny to me.
I wonder
because
what Thanksgiving's gonna be like, cause that sounds
Yeah.
like fun.
This is gonna be weird, right?
They're gonna fist fight at every Thanksgiving, bro. That's
Dude,
crazy.
imagine Mayweather-
Who wins that fight? Hold on.
What do you
'cause-
mean? Who wins that
No,
fight?
no. No, you've seen the Youngboy videos. I think he could
I'm
do
not-
Youngboy and Mayweather.
Bro, they
Youngboy
not
will wild the fuck out.
This is
They not
complete
gonna
young boy to
Bro, so look, bro, because here's what I think happens,
Bro,
bro.
young boy
'Cause I think-
Mayweather, bro.
I think that they're playing two completely different sports, bro. Listen what I'm saying.
All right, well here.
Mayweather squares up, right, and he's ready to box. And Youngboy comes with that alien shit and throws some stupid shit over the
man.
top. And Mayweather's like, yo, I wasn't ready for this, bro.
Yeah,
I
Mayweather.
didn't know what
He's
the
been
fuck-
at the
Bro,
game. He's been at the
Youngboy's
game.
gonna bite that. Yo, he's gonna
bite
bite
him.
him in the
He'll bite
freaking neck. Yo, he's gonna bite him in the
Bite that
fucking
nigga
neck.
shit, bro.
And he's gonna be like, yo, pass my strap, bro. And he's gonna shoot some shit and everything. That's it, bro. Youngboy's not gonna square up with fucking.
Nah, I don't think so. Neither.
Floyd.
I know that for sure, 120% bet your life on it that there's gonna be some like crazy news coming out of that family.
Fuck it.
Because
whatever.
yo, and imagine just Mayweather,
scandals.
Mayweather's very like he's a good like speaker.
Yeah, he's
You know?
great.
He is
He's-
nice with it.
He's nice with the words. Like he is.
He don't know how to read though.
He's a smart guy.
He don't know
That's
how to
fine.
read.
That's fine, but he's a smart guy.
He capping.
You know, I'm not saying he's
No,
like,
I don't even think
He's
he's a
a-
smart guy.
yo, he's a fucking
No,
genius.
You can't get that
no
much
disrespect,
bread by
he's a
accident.
You know what's
bro.
crazy? Shout out Ramon, the guy that cuts my hair at Slick's Barbershop.
sure.
Bro, we were talking and he's like telling me, he's like, bro, I think that in a couple of years he's gonna claim for bankruptcy. And the whole like barber, like they all like
whole
looked at him.
barbershop.
Yeah, the whole barbershop was just like, bro, like shut up, bro. Like that's not gonna happen.
He was trying to get some like wild, freaky take. Like,
But he had
Everybody
good
was like,
points.
bro.
He had valid points.
Over.
Yeah, but
I know.
I don't know, dog. Like, what do you guys think?
So when somebody's spending that much money, it's
Well, look,
you can see it, right? Because one thing that you notice is that their upkeep is a lot higher than everybody else's, right? So for them losing a mill, even though you think they have 500 more, means something differently. Because it's not like they live like me and you and they have $500 million in the bank.
That's what
They
they
live like somebody that has $500 million and is expecting another 10 million this year.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're expecting the 10 million, you're living right where your means meet you at, and then that shit don't come, it's a problem. But I think Mayweather is smart enough, talented enough, and he's been doing this long enough to where he's gonna figure some shit out, bro.
No, Mayweather's a
'Cause
boss, bro.
he has the biggest promotion in fucking
For
boxing,
sure,
bro.
dude, that
he
nigga.
owns a sport.
You know what's crazy though? He pays 50 bands on security
Dude, you'll realize, bro, but dude,
a month.
dude, you saw how, dude, but there's so much more artists that pay so much more than that, bro.
Yeah. No, but they're also gonna go broke too. I feel like a lot of people, bro, are gonna.
It's
Go broke,
that's
dog.
that's
You're
what
gonna fall
happens when you try doing all that crazy stuff, bro. You gotta worry so much about your back. But these people are going broke on bodyguards, bro.
Bro, if I get that bread quick, bro, you're not gonna see me with no watch You're not see me with no chain.
I mean,
You're not see me with no freaking.
the thing is, I'm not trying to do, but the thing is, a lot of these rappers, celebrities, right?
Yeah.
That we as normal people see them. Like for example, you can think about a rapper, and most likely, he's not rich. He's not making as much money as you think.
Yeah,
Because-
not rich in the way that you think he is.
Yeah, because think about it. Like anybody can buy a designer. Like, dude,
Bro.
it's stuff that's not expensive.
It's crazy.
You know, like anybody with you can give somebody $5,000 and they'll get dripped the fuck
Yeah,
out.
and then you can make them look like a celebrity.
You can make them look like they're
Like a
worth $1
celebrity
million
for
bucks.
sure,
Yeah, I know.
for sure.
But they're really not worth $1 million
A
bucks.
Fendi tee's $400.
Yo, that's Miami, bro. I go out
but-
every day to Walmart and I see someone with a Fendi shirt that's not on the website. I see
That's
some
not on the
some
website.
shit that's not on the website. You feel me? And the fat ass like rolling, and I'm just like, all right. So you either really faking it or you fucking faking it. Like you're lying.
Yeah.
Both ways, you're lying.
The thing is that, and then you can get caught up in this lifestyle, but you don't have the funds for it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it becomes a thing that you're spending all this money,
Yeah, becomes a
or
problem.
or at one point you were making this much money, enough to fund your lifestyle,
But
but
you're not-
then
And it's not sustainable
Yeah,
anymore.
it's not sustainable.
the
Yeah.
funds go down, but the lifestyle stays.
Yeah,
or,
of course.
or it could get yo, technical fucking difficulties. Fuck our camera. Thanks for camera. We got a little setback, but we back. Starting off, we're going back in with Malik Beasley, the Timberwolves basketball player. He got charged with pointing an assault rifle at a family on a parade of home tours. I guess they were basically, looking around for homes and shit. And Malik Beasley got his gun.
He
pointed
pulled
at
out the
them,
strap.
tell them, fuck y'all, get the fuck out my property. And then led to
Wow.
an investigation with the cops. The cops found almost 2 pounds of marijuana.
But I think his wife took that charge for the drug.
Oh, she might have. That would have been so smart. That's a smart thing to do. That's some real ride or die
I
shit.
think so. Look, it
That's
said-
some ride or shit.
Look,
Shout out her. What's her
It
name
says
again?
his wife, Montana Yao, was
Montana
charged
Yao.
with a felony drug count.
I mean, bro, that's the smartest thing to do.
So she.
Yeah,
so
'cause
he
what are you
took
gonna
the
do?
gun.
Fuck up the bread?
You're gonna fuck up the source of income.
For
Nah,
sure, for
hold,
sure.
shut up and take the fucking charge.
No, that bread is fucked up anyway.
Nah, yeah, I think
You
it's,
think so?
it's yeah. for
Yeah,
sure.
after this,
Yeah,
for
for
sure, for
sure.
sure. It has to be that he balls out, like balls out.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get Parley back into the team. I'm guessing.
I mean, if
I don't
he's
know
under
they release him.
contract, I don't know what his contract situation is. I mean, I could look that up.
Yeah, because do they have guaranteed money in basketball?
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
The
right?
majority
Yeah.
of it, is guaranteed.
Oh, okay,
The
yeah.
vast
'Cause I know like in
majority
football,
of it
it's more tricky.
But if he's about to go into free agency, then he just shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Even
tough.
though supposedly Minnesota issued a statement where they said we take these allegations seriously and we'll let the legal process run its course.
Yeah, of course.
The Timberwolves.
Yeah, like look at Antonio Brown, and Malik Beasley isn't at the level of dominance as somebody like Antonio Brown, and it's in its own sport. But imagine, like somebody like Antonio Brown with all the problems he's had, can't fucking find a team, and nobody fucking wants him. Well, at least what they say. Well, he can't find a team, and somebody like Malik Beasley, hard it is for him gonna find a team. It's gonna be almost impossible.
So here's a question that I have for you guys: is there something wrong with what he did?
What do
Yes
you
or
do?
no?
Um,
Some people were outside of his
yeah, I
property,
think that's
right?
just
They were
wrong.
pulling up, I guess, looking at houses.
Oh, you're talking about now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
No,
No,
yeah.
I know what happened with that.
Is there something wrong with it? With him running outside with the gun?
Nah.
And being like, yo, get off my shit, bro.
Nah,
I
it's
think
not.
I disagree.
It depends on the state itself.
Okay, so you're talking about legally, right?
Legally,
it
I'm
is
going
wrong.
straight legally.
Legally, it is wrong there because it's not a stand your ground state, right? So I guess that's where you could get away with saying, okay, there's something wrong with this. But morally, how do you feel about somebody running up outside? I guess it
No, I
depends
disagree.
on what side of the gun you're on. 'Cause
Bro,
I'm holding the shit.
I'm coming outside with a pump.
I disagree, bro.
I see
Yeah, I
some
disagree.
some
I disagree.
suspect people outside, and I can see them.
All right,
Come
let
on
me
with the
let,
shot.
let, let,
Alright,
let
but-
me before you get into it. Let me, if I lose this thought. So what you just said right now, put this shit into context, right? You're in a Minneapolis suburb in Plymouth.
Am I a millionaire? Are you talking about
I'm
if
talking
I was
about
in
the
his
context.
if I was in his shoes?
Yeah.
I'm not coming outside with a gun, man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think it was just
It's
he
dumb.
could have been. I mean, I doubt anybody that has 2 pounds of weed in his house isn't lightweight and isn't off some crazy shit. So I don't think that it was like because he was off the influence and shit. He was high. I don't think it's that. I think it's like he maybe felt threatened.
Yeah.
And he felt like somebody was coming at him. We don't know what the fuck goes on in his life, in his personal life.
Nah, we also don't know how the shit went down because we see it like from a news perspective.
Yeah,
you feel
I mean, that's what we got.
But,
So we gotta
yeah,
go,
exactly.
We gotta
like,
go from there.
Like, just imagine like maybe he was in a different angle and they seemed like they were approaching him or his house. You get me in specific?
Exactly.
And he was just like, no,
Yeah.
hell no. Like, why are these folks
Nah,
coming
for
up in here? You
Yeah,
feel me?
hold on. Let me grab my shit.
Let me grab my shit and
what's
just
happening?
be
Nah,
be
for
careful.
sure. The way the news puts it,
Yeah,
it
of
says it was a family of 3.
4, I think. Oh no, 3. Yeah, a couple and a 13-year-old daughter. I mean,
But-
morally, I think
I still
he
wouldn't.
shouldn't have done that. That's
Nah,
not.
hell
Okay,
no.
we can all agree that he shouldn't have done that.
Oh no, he shouldn't have done.
No,
it.
we can all agree on that. All right, so I think that in that context, you're in a suburb, Plymouth, Minneapolis. I'm sure you're okay, dude. You know, I'm sure you're fine.
You're gonna be good, yeah.
I'm sure you're good. I'm sure you don't have to go with a rifle. You know, at least maybe what you could have done. You got your handgun, your pistol, because he had a pistol in his house and he also had a shotty. So 3. So he has his handgun. He could have gone outside with the handgun, maybe in his
strapped,
waist,
concealed,
and be like, knock on the window and be like, hey, like, what's up? I live here. Like, do you guys need anything?
So if you're concerned enough to go outside with a gun, do you think that you have the time to go find the other one
No,
that's
okay.
less threatening, or do you grab the first one that's in front of you?
Okay, but no, this goes. No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But in the context that we have, right? He's at a suburb, and a family was looking.
It was during the day.
Yeah, during the day.
They were house shopping.
They
The
were
family
house
was
shopping. The family was looking for other houses to rent or to buy or something. So in that context that we have, I think that it was stupid and it's wrong. Now,
Oh no, I didn't say it wasn't stupid. It's stupid as fuck. That's the dumbest shit you could possibly do, especially if your money is predicated on.
And especially now.
people
with
have-
times now, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Especially now where everything goes public.
Yeah.
In
And
the span of seconds.
especially where your money comes from people having to give it to you. You don't want to give them a reason to not give it to you.
Yeah.
Especially people that are looking for a reason to pay you less than your worth.
Exactly. Not only
Right.
that, you're under contract. They'll drop you for any reason, any legal way to not have to pay you your money, and you have to any way to screw you over. You get me?
Exactly. So to say that, right, it does make sense where you're gonna say it is stupid. But how many times do you see people, and we've seen videos of it
Every
on a
day.
daily basis? They go outside with their gun to go see their family.
I saw that shit today,
to
but
think
it
that
was-
they're protecting their family.
It was with a machete. Some Cuban guy was standing outside.
Yeah, that's normal shit for somebody, right? It's something that I've seen my entire life. Is people go outside. If
sure.
you're not grabbing a gun, you're grabbing a knife or a fucking baseball bat, whatever the fuck it is. But you're going outside because you see somebody there that you
Yeah.
don't think should be there.
Bro, you know
That's
how many
normal
times?
shit.
You know how many times I've always whacked my stepdad. My stepdad goes to my mom's house at like 2 a.m. because he's out of work. You feel me? Because he works at the construction, with the trucks. He has trucks and shit. And he has to maintain all his drivers, and they get off late. And he would come sometimes like at 2 a.m. and I didn't know he was coming. Or I would ask my mom when I was a kid. I would be like, "Is he coming tonight?" And she'll be like, "Nah." And I would hear some shit like at 2 a.m, bro.
Mhm.
And the first thing I would do was grab this this Louis Slugger fucking baseball bat that was like thick.
the wooden one.
I couldn't even carry that shit because I was legit. Like, I would just drag it and I fucking stand like next to the door, and whoever's coming through that door is gonna get buzzed, bro. And I would just be standing there, and then I knew it was him because he usually like like a little cough or some shit, right? So then he would cough. I'd be like, fuck. I just put that shit
Yeah,
right.
like,
I didn't get to kill
I
him.
didn't get to kill
somebody
tonight, bro. But I would just picture that like scenario over and over in my head, just like in case someone comes in, what am I gonna do? You know, like with a bat. I would have probably
That's
like
fucking
spazzed
hilarious.
out and like broken a bunch of shit.
No, but honestly, we don't really know what's going on in his life.
Exactly, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so I'm not really gonna I'm not gonna judge him or nothing. Like, I mean, I think it was wrong, whatever. That's that, but that's not gonna it's not life or death for me. But honestly, like we don't know. Like we don't know. We only have 2 sentences of context, so it's hard to kind of judge him for doing this shit. But shit, maybe he has fucking gambling problems. Maybe he owes money to somebody.
Yeah. A bunch of inside factors that
That
we
we don't know why he was so
Exactly.
scared to be in a suburb.
Yeah, why he would react like that.
and also anybody could get fucking robbed.
Yeah.
And I honestly I don't know who Malik, like where it is that Malik Beasley comes from, but if you come from a place where you're a little closer to those types of things, you're gonna be more sensitive to it.
That's
you're gonna feel
that's
like
kind of why I brought that whole baseball bat scenario thing, because it's just to show you like if you're around it and you kind of see it, because the reason was because my neighbor's house used to get broken in every fucking night. Like I'm telling you, like 3 times out of the week, that shit was getting busted in because they were trapping and doing shit. You feel me? That wasn't right. So I knew that it was a possibility for someone walking through the door. So that's why I kind of like feel him. You get me? I understand him that like maybe he felt something.
You had
Maybe he felt like
you had premeditated fear, like
exactly like
from before, like anything that happens, you already have that in your head, like shit,
Yeah.
like something might go down. You know,
Yeah.
somebody in a suburb who's been maybe raised their whole life, they're never gonna experience that because they've never seen it, they've never experienced
when
it.
I
they
went to
don't know it.
Chicago to see him
They're ignorant to it. You
a
know?
couple of years ago, it was the first time I had ever seen a car in front of a supermarket running
with nobody in.
with nobody in it, with the windows down, no fucks giving.
That's
I was like,
fucking wild,
yo,
Everywhere in the gas stations, every gas
you don't
station.
see that shit
You
here,
know,
bro.
park
Never,
their cars
never,
outside, running with the keys in the ignition, sitting there, saying with a sign that says "Take me."
Bro, I swear to God, if you do that shit here in Florida, your car's gonna last you 30 minutes, bro.
No, less. I put it less.
Yo, it's
Depends
crazy. Like, you could lock your car 3 times, and they're gonna leave it on the bricks, and they're gonna take your shiny ass wheels.
Yeah, you're tired.
That's crazy, dog.
Leave it on bricks real quick.
That's crazy.
And it happens everywhere.
Nah,
in,
for sure.
In the good
They
areas
smart,
here,
too.
in the bad
Shout
areas.
out all of them.
It happened the other day in my crib. Like not my neighbor, but like a couple houses down. They left this shit on the bricks. And
They crazy, bro. It's fucked up, bro. Cause
And there's
like,
nothing you could do.
there's nothing you could do.
Nothing
exactly.
you can do because if
You
you,
know-
if
They
you
never
take that
make
shit
the
to the
order.
cops, they will literally tell you word by word. They tell
You
you,
know,
yo,
boy-
it happens too much, and like we don't know what the fuck to do.
Look, I tell a lot of like stories and a lot of dumb ass like shit, but this is something that has followed me like for my whole life, right? So when I was a jit, my dad had this fucking like vintage little, I don't know what it was, bro. I don't know the car. I don't know the make, the model. I don't know none of that shit. But it was green, right? And where we lived, it wasn't here. It wasn't in Miami. It was in Guatemala, right? Like it was where we had our house and shit. But we were kind of like not wealthy, but my dad had his little business. He was doing good, right?
You were good.
Yeah.
You were living
So he would park his car, and my mom would park her car like that, right?
behind it,
Behind
blocking it out.
blocking it, right? And they would always go and take my mom's like focals every night, right? So my dad decided to sleep in his car, right, for a day.
And wait for him.
Bro, this guy falls asleep in the car. They took his
With him in the shit.
they took his focals, my mom's focals, and her like fucking radio system. And he's like, bro, what the fuck? I'm gonna stand out tonight. And he took his homeboy, and they fell asleep again. And they fucking took the whole shit. They took the interior. They took the interior of the fucking whip. They took the steering wheel and shit.
They cleaned the
They
shit
cleaned
out.
the whole shit
They're
out.
like, bro, you think you're gonna catch us, dog? Watch this.
Yo, bro, they
cleaned
fell
this whole
asleep.
shit up.
That-
He told me that they fell asleep like that, like on the fucking
Nah,
car.
they took the full piss, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
they pissed on you.
That's
That's
crazy,
fucked
bro.
up. That's fucked up.
Nah, it's funny, Pat. Like
Nah, yeah, it's just,
that
you
shit's
know,
that shit's gonna happen everywhere, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna happen regardless,
of
bro.
anything.
And yeah, here it happens a lot. It's like it's fucking tied to our culture. Like people in Miami are
Yeah.
known for that shit.
Yeah.
We're known for leaving your shit on bricks, which is fucking hilarious. And like I said, it happens Kendall, Gables, Westchester, West Miami. It happens all over Miami. And in the beach, they steal hella cars. Because in the beach, what happens is a lot of people, they leave their cars on, like in hotels,
Oh, dude,
in
yeah,
markets,
for sure,
like
yeah.
real quick. And a real quick in Miami Beach is a real quick.
Hell no.
You got 10 seconds. If not, it's just gone. So yeah, it's tough. Coming back to the elections real quick. I think Biden
And they have
just
Biden up.
just went up on Cali. I think they're.
Yeah, but that's
I don't know. I don't know
projected.
if I don't know if it's the full
It's too early, I feel
votes
like.
in, but Cali is gonna be for Biden. The most threatening thing right now is Texas and Florida.
For real?
Yeah, because
Philly,
Texas
bro.
and Florida,
Philadelphia.
yeah, and Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania, I mean.
is Biden. I mean, Biden is losing
Even though
Pennsylvania.
even though Pennsylvania is missing half its votes still, and it's only missing like 2-3 counties.
Yeah, he's
Which
down.
are-
I think
which
6%.
are probably big counties, which are usually like gonna be.
Liberal. Yeah, it could go both ways, but
It can go both ways for.
I know Texas and Florida are gonna be crucial. Like, yo, Biden has to win one of them. What do you guys
Nah, I
think?
don't know.
He has to win one of Texas and Florida. Yeah, man, it's
Yeah,
the two biggest swing states, no?
Yeah, he has to. Like, it's
They
It's gonna be
they
tough.
both went red last year. I mean, well, not last year.
yeah. Last election.
election.
It's 209 and 118 right now.
209, 118. Who's up?
Biden.
Biden.
Last time I
209.
saw it on the screen, it was 192, so he
Yeah,
just
me
won
too.
something.
So
in
he just
between.
won up.
Okay, 209. He's getting there, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's 60. No, not 60. 61. 61 votes from being
You're still
president.
missing hella middle states that piled up at the end of the day.
And you still need all those the other votes.
Yeah,
Look,
the votes
look,
are not counted.
How much is Texas? I think Florida's like what 27, 29?
29. Florida's 29.
Florida, dude, that's crazy.
Texas,
bro.
38?
That's crazy.
That's a lot of fucking
That's a
votes.
lot of votes.
No, but
everything that we're saying tonight is an assumption, right? It's
Yeah,
probably
for sure,
going.
for
It's
sure.
probably
Yeah.
going to be reinforced by whatever comes back from those mail-in ballots, but it's not going to be exactly the way that we're saying it.
yeah, no, for sure. I think it's gonna be a little more interesting than I thought. Because
Yeah, because you thought it was going to be a blowout,
I
right?
thought-
yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was gonna be by a landslide, but
But
like Gio had mentioned a while ago, he did. I remember we had an argument, but a conversation that I said that I feel that Trump supporters, whoever doesn't have the flag, the tees, the hats, everybody but them,
Is going for Biden.
yeah. But
Yeah.
then Gio mentioned the silent
I
Trump
feel like
voter,
there's still those clauses.
No, I don't
the
agree with
ashamed
that.
Trump voter.
I don't agree with that. I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people are not projecting that they're gonna vote for Donald Trump or that
Yeah.
they did vote for him, but they're still going for him. You get
Yeah,
me?
there's a lot of them that keep it secret. And there's
Yeah,
no
for
pro-
sure. Within my own family, there's hella people that I would like. Nah,
That's a,
those are Biden votes for sure.
Yeah.
And then I come back and I find out they're Trump. I'm like,
That-
whatever, bro.
that's exactly what I was going to say. There's people that we know and we interact with that you can tell. They're not going to tell you, but that's what they're
I
with.
told my grandma. I spoke to her on the phone, probably 3 weeks ago, and she told me where she was heading, and she ain't say no name. She ain't say none of that. But I was like, Grandma, don't vote.
Don't do that shit.
Don't do that shit. And she listened to me, and she did not vote. Shout out my grandma.
Yo, hold up.
Thank you for not taking part in our political process.
NBC has it 192 to 114. That's
Look.
what I hate, bro.
Yeah, it's like
There's
all over
so
the
many-
place.
It's all over the
Yeah.
place. Nobody knows what they're
Yeah, bro.
reporting.
Yo,
Look,
tomorrow.
look, this is shit I don't understand right now.
Oh my
What's up?
God.
114, 192.
Okay, dude. To win, you have to get to 270.
I know, I understand that, but why is he winning so much if Donald Trump has fucking
So
Because-
middle of the shit
So
already?
those
okay.
states have different values because of
Okay.
the way that the electoral college works, right?
Okay.
So the value of every state is predicated on the population of the state. So if you win the state, you win all the points for the entire population, even if you don't win every county.
Okay.
So you see how he's
He's breaking it up.
yeah,
That
he's up in only a few of them, but those have the most population of people. So he's gonna likely win the state, and then he gets all of the votes for everybody.
Yeah, I got you.
So even if you didn't vote for him, your vote goes to him, which is
Yeah, I
pretty.
got you.
It's
I got you.
part of the reason why people don't like the electoral college. They want to break it up.
Damn.
Yeah. Fuck the electoral college.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Abolish the electoral
I'm an
college.
idiot.
No, it's
Yeah,
actually
it's
fucking
not being an
complex.
idiot.
Like it's
It's not-
something that's so complex that
No,
it
I
shouldn't
said-
have to be that complex.
No, I said I'm a fucking idiot because I didn't vote.
Oh,
I'm a
because
fucking
you're
It's
not
like,
taking
oh
part.
look, well you were saying, you just said it right now, and now you mentioned it again. You said you told your grandma not to vote.
Fuck
What
no.
do you guys think about all these artists, celebrities, famous people,
Okay.
influencers, talking about go vote, go vote, go vote, use your right? What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that I find
They're
it
getting
annoying?
paid.
I find it a little bit annoying. All right, that's just me. You don't care about politics ever.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mention politics ever, and then you screaming in people's faces, go vote, go vote. Me, I think it's fucking annoying. Like, I think people are gonna vote regardless. I don't need Beyonce telling me to go vote.
That's why I find it annoying where it's like, why I don't want to hear politics. It's just politics being fed to me. You get me?
Yeah, that's also a thing. Like, some people are up to here with politics, and I feel like it's just obviously because it's election season. But like sometimes, like you just gotta chill. Like, you know, what do you guys think?
The main thing is gonna be that we are in election season, right? So this is the dominant conversation that's going on fucking everywhere. Yeah. So if you're somebody that wants to be seen as somebody that has something to say, right? What you're gonna be talking about is the election. The way that you're gonna do that without taking a stance is gonna piss somebody off. Is to tell you go do whatever you think you want to do, right? So you go vote, and then based on that, it's up to you. If you're gonna vote one way or the other, I'm not gonna tell you. There is people that will make that jump and endorse somebody, but there's a lot of people like Beyonce has always been very active in politics, and so has Jay-Z and all those type of people as well. It's not something that it's like they're getting into new recently when you're talking about people like that. But there's a lot of people like if you're getting it from like Kylie Jenner, I can see.
That shit is fucked up.
How you gonna? Oh my god, bro.
That shit is fucked up. Yo, politics is the funniest shit ever. I fucking hate it, but I fucking love it, bro.
Why do you love it?
Because it's important.
Bro, it's so stupid, bro.
It is important,
Politics
but
is important.
I can't love
I don't find that important. You know why? Because, bro, I don't feel like that changes anything. Bro.
Right now,
it changes
bro,
everything.
It
right
changes.
now to you.
Okay,
bro,
it does.
everything.
It might. Yo, but I'm in another fucking, like, thought of it. Because, bro, like, I feel like that shit isn't going to change anything for real. Like,
Yeah,
not for me.
Yeah, what you're saying, that's because it's not gonna change anything for you on your daily life, right?
Yeah.
That's how you feel.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's how most people feel. But the thing is that politics, like, look, with voting, right? This is a quote that was used talking about voting, but I feel like it's in politics in general. When the good guys don't come out, there's only the bad guys left.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, when everybody doesn't care about politics, the slim fucking percentage of people that care about politics,
The ones that want to take advantage.
exactly, they're gonna take advantage of that, and that amount of people has the power to, because the vast majority of people don't have a fucking clue of what to say to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have nothing to be like, no, don't do this shit because this and this and that. And that's why politics is important, because if people aren't intact with their politics, or just
they'll take advantage of you.
Yeah, they'll take advantage of you because you're ignorant. You have nothing to say back.
So let's put this in a different context, right? So when COVID hits, right, and everybody gets fucking furloughed because that happened to millions of fucking people. He did, I did, you did, right? The person that you're voting for here, right, whether or not they do it directly, is going to impact directly how much money you get paid, right, in unemployment. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to, if it's not up to them directly, because they're not going to make the decision on their own, endorse, support, or put in position somebody that is going to make that decision for you. And they're going to tell you exactly how much fucking money is going to be in your pocket and how much money you have to buy food with. And that directly fucking impacts you.
I understand what you're saying about how a lot of people, majority of people, they feel like it's not important or it's not relevant. You know what I feel that it's not, like, why people think that? It's because the way politics is shown to us. We're always taught about the president and stuff like the big names, right? But real politics is like to the root, from your representatives to your local government to your senators. These people are politicians that do politics, and they really influence your shit. Like, whatever happens in our local government influences your daily life, for real.
That's exactly why the state of California can have recreational marijuana and we can't.
It's
the same thing. Yeah. It's just where you focus your energy on. Another reason that people feel that way as well is because when you're looking at something like that, the electoral college, that you don't understand why he gets all those points, right, and how that works, is because it's not a one-to-one system. Your vote doesn't count directly to one vote, right? It counts as a part of all this other shit that then is incorporated into the voting system.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? So that's a system that people would want to tear down because they want your vote to matter one-to-one. And then that would make people feel more powerful. Because if the person that I voted for, like in the last election, wins by 3 million votes, and it doesn't fucking matter, then my vote doesn't matter. Right? That's one way that you could look
It
at it.
discourages you to go out and be active in politics, you know? It discourages people from caring about it because at the end of the day, you feel like your vote didn't fucking matter because Trump lost by millions of votes and he still became president. Personally, I don't agree with the electoral college. That's just me. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. I feel like eventually it will get abolished. I feel like our country, not trying to fall into the media and the propaganda, but our country, like our generation is more liberal. Like we're open to subjects like socialism. We're open to subjects.
But that would be
like-
the same thing.
No, but
Our
it's not.
parents' generation were saying.
no, but they
about
weren't.
Their parents.
Yeah, but no.
You don't think
but,
so?
No, it's that they just weren't. Like they just weren't. They weren't as liberal as us.
Yo, how was Halloween for you guys?
Halloween.
Yeah.
It was fucking boring, dude.
I didn't
I
even
don't
know
even
it was
remember what
coming.
It didn't feel like
I
Halloween.
didn't know it was
Halloween
coming.
at all,
Yeah,
bro.
it
I
was
didn't know what
sad. It was
happening.
kind of sad.
This
I
year,
was like-
this year has not felt like a year at all, bro. Like,
Yeah, this has been like a
It just feels like time passing, bro.
simulation glitch in the
glitch,
timeline.
glitch in the
Back-
simulation.
In the glitch
You
of our
know that's
simulation.
crazy. You know, I think about that sometimes because we're the generation that was born exactly like in the time frame of everything changing. I don't know.
Or like switching to
I
technology.
feel like it was more. We already kind of inherited it, but still a lot of change. I feel like our parents' generation, maybe 40, 45, around that area.
Yeah.
They really experienced the huge transition. They just really didn't get the extent of like the technology that we've got.
No, yeah, of course.
We like, cause for example, when I was in elementary school, we still used
We still have
brick
technology.
PCs.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
we also had, you know, normal
For sure. That's a different thing because I feel like with our childhood, we had both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
we were born in the. We grew up in the middle of the transition.
exactly. We're not like in the 90s where we didn't have a lot of the fucking technology.
And now you're grown and it shows up.
Exactly.
I remember where it was on like it was either like it was between like from 3rd to like 5th grade, bro. Like that was like when the iPhones came out, like touch screen,
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
smartphones.
You remember
Yeah,
who I
smartphone,
first saw with an iPhone? It was Miss South. She passed
Teacher.
away now. You remember?
Yeah, I
Super
remember.
cool. Teacher and everything. She like tutored me after school and all of that. And I remember seeing her little iPhone with the world, and I was like, wow, like that shit
I
is
used to have
crazy.
I used to have
A flip.
not the
No,
flip.
the ones that you would scroll
the
up.
sidekick.
The size.
Oh, that
Yo, that shit
crazy.
was so gangster.
Hell
What
yeah.
was,
Yo.
what was that, a BlackBerry?
You had,
What was
did
No,
you
not
have
BlackBerry.
Did you have
Second.
the blue one and white?
My shit was black
No, it
and
was
orange.
red and white,
Oh,
or
okay,
red and like
okay.
a dark red and a black maybe.
Okay.
And I remember I used to just like, and flip it up, and
Bro,
I was like, yeah, I
my
know you
first-
saw
my
that. Like,
first
yeah, I know
phone-
you saw that.
My first real phone was a Motorola, one of those like the flat ones.
Dude, my first real phone was
The
probably
Razor?
the Razor.
Razor.
Your first
Razor,
phone
yeah.
was a Razor,
Oh,
dog?
God.
Yo, you're a gangster. dog.
When did that shit come out?
You're a gangster.
When did
bro.
that shit
My
come
dad
out?
had a Razor.
I don't remember what time it was. Look, so my first phone was the Razor, and I was a jit. I remember I was a jit with a phone, and my mom was like, "Yo, don't tell nobody got a phone." And I only had her number in the
in the phone.
You got your mom's number and you got 911. That's it,
I had
bro.
that was it, bro. I had no other option. I only had that shit. And I remember I fucked it up. I fucked it up somehow, or I lost it.
Yo,
What happened?
I just searched up the
Motorola
Yeah, they have a
Razor.
new one. They have a new one.
They have
Yeah.
new ones. They're
It's
like
touchscreen.
$1,000.
Yeah,
but it's like $1,000, bro.
Yo, so look,
fuck?
Crazy hard.
that
bro.
shit was crazy hard. I
Yeah.
fucking loved it, whatever, right? And then something happened to it, and then I remember I upgraded. I was probably like in the 4th grade, and I had the BlackBerry that had the little ball in the middle.
Yo, you were lit, bro.
Yeah,
What's
yo,
up with
Yo,
you,
I
bro?
was lit. I don't know why.
BlackBerry with the ball.
Why your mom always
I
had
don't
you with
know.
the hottest
I
shit,
don't know
bro?
why. Yeah,
Like-
exactly. And then after that, I think is when like
Yo,
some
you
shit
had the
happened.
same phone Kanye West had in like 2009.
No,
bro. That's crazy.
motherfucker.
No, motherfucker.
You think so?
Yes.
That's that,
Okay,
that-
okay.
The Kardashians made that phone famous.
The BlackBerry
Okay,
was the
that's what-
iPhone.
The Kardashians made that shit famous. I remember I used to see the picture of the
Celebrities would always
Kardashians.
have their
Man, that's
smartphone
crazy.
and then
Yeah.
the little BlackBerry on the
Yes,
side.
the Kardashians when the iPhone first came
No,
out.
no, but I wasn't lit though. I was broke as a motherfucker.
Nah, but you was lit.
What's
Look,
it
yeah.
called?
She was lit. You had
I
that
remember
shit.
my first.
Had the
if
shit,
I'm not
yeah.
wrong. I remember my first smartphone. It was like one of those like government minute phones, bro. and it belonged to my grandma, bro. But she didn't use that shit, so I would use her minutes, bro, on my little government minute phone.
I still got all them shits. I still have all the phones that I've ever
I'll
had.
check them out later.
For
But
real.
nah, I didn't have. I remember I had after the Sidekick, I got like some like big ass Android. Like I don't remember. It was like one of those Android touchscreens. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like one of those
The
big thick
LGs.
ones. Yeah, like an LG, like one of those. And then I had that for a long time until I got my first iPhone. But I remember when you were talking about the Blackberries, the Kardashians. I remember my mama. She used to watch the Kardashians, and then she used to like the Kardashians used to have when the first iPhones came out. They used to have the iPhones, like for I don't know what. And then they
Like
had
the
the
BlackBerry was
to-
the business phone.
Yeah, the
Yes.
BlackBerry. They were
Always.
on that shit all day.
But it wasn't just them. Everybody was like,
Everybody
my dad
was.
had that shit. My
Yeah.
dad had the iPhone, and then he
you
had
know
the
what
BlackBerry
you know what
for work.
I'm
That's so
going back on
fucking
right
power.
now that I fucking capped right now
Yeah.
You had
with
that
the
shit?
BlackBerry. I did have that shit, but I remember that was the one that didn't work. I had one that didn't work.
Your shit
And
was
it-
fucked up.
My shit was fucked up, dog. But I carried that.
Let's
whole,
say that
like,
the
I got the
Flea.
BlackBerry. Oh,
and then
Yeah,
I
the
think
Flea.
I think that's when I transitioned to a fucking kick. I think that was my second.
The
phone.
Sidekick.
That shit
But I
was
definitely had the Razor, and that shit was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I was in the Matrix with that shit. That shit was crazy.
Nah, man, but I remember being addicted to the PSP, bro.
I still have that shit too.
That shit was
bro.
rad.
PSP is
Bro.
dope as fuck.
Yo,
Way
I
ahead
had
of its
all
time,
that
bro.
shit, bro. That shit was ahead of its time.
Way,
Yo, y'all
if that
got
shit
me
came out
way,
now,
way ahead of its
people
time.
would jump on that shit. But it's kind of like what they did with Nintendo Switch.
With the
feel me?
Switches.
Yeah, but then
It's the same shit.
Nintendo Switch is a hit. Like
Yo,
not for
bring
me.
that shit. I
Nintendo
think I have
Switch is
it.
huge.
I don't
Bro,
know.
that shit is-
Fuck. I don't know where I have it though. So.
Nah, fuck that
So
shit.
fuck that shit, right?
But look,
But
the PSP, if they were to bring it out like right now, revolutionizing this shit, I'm sure like
It would
people
hit.
would
It would
people would
bro,
love
it
that.
bro,
shit.
I played that
Smack.
shit like 6 months ago.
Nothing hits more than some good nostalgia.
That shit's fire. I
Nothing
have GTA
sells
on
better.
that shit.
Nothing sells better than some nostalgia, yo.
You know what's also crazy? That like when we were transitioning to all that shit, to like technology and video games, and like it was a whole new experience for me, right? I don't know if I was the only one.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I remember I went and I got the PSP for Christmas and a couple of games. And this was all my stepdad. My stepdad was the one putting in the work. And he made sure that I had all the fucking paintball guns, all the fucking BB guns, all that shit. You guys already like seen them.
Yeah.
And I remember I got this game, right? The PSP, but I really wanted the GTA on the PSP. And I remember going with my mom to GameStop, and the guy grabs the game, he looks at me, he tells my mom, he's like, you know this is like for 18-year-olds, right? And I'm looking at the guy and I'm looking at my mom and I'm just like fucking
You're
kicking
like,
my mom. I'm like, don't listen to him. Bro. Like,
He's
do
lying
not
to you.
listen to
Oh,
this.
he's lying.
Bro,
He's
bro,
lying.
Yo, this fucking dude, bro, he's lying through his fucking teeth, mom. Don't believe him.
Did you get the
And-
game?
No, I didn't get the fucking game, bro.
Damn,
My
bro.
mom was like, what are you trying to fucking do? Like, what the fuck is this? And I was just like, mom, like, you just do whatever the fuck you want and shit. She's like, because the guy told her it was prostitutes, drugs, guns. My mom was like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Bro, I wish, dog. I'm gonna
That's
be
tough,
cool
bro.
like that with my kids, though. Like, if my kids want a game like that, I'm gonna give it to them because it's better that they learn the bad things with someone that's gonna, you know, kind of.
They're gonna do it anyway.
Exactly. Like, bro, I don't want my kids learning about sex, drugs, and violence from another guy in the street, from another nuthead.
I was like,
Like, why? Why would I want
the
that?
funniest thing is that for me, like I wanted San Andreas when I was a kid, when
Okay.
I was 2, and I couldn't fucking get it because they wouldn't give it to me. So what would I do? I would go to my grandma's house where my uncle was living at, and I would play San Andreas.
And you would, and yeah, exactly. You find,
Yeah,
give me
you
that
find
shit right
that,
there.
bro.
You got
If
the
you
fix
really want to
anyways.
do something, you're gonna do it, bro. It doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna find different ways to do it, and it's gonna happen. But
Yeah, nah, I feel you, man.
damn, that's crazy, bro. We were definitely in the good.
A
I
good,
think we're
healthy
lucky.
balance.
I
Yeah,
think
we were
I think
definitely
we're the
lucky.
last generation.
No, definitely the last generation. We had
That-
the good, healthy mix of playing
Yeah.
inside
That's crazy.
and
You
playing
know what's
outside.
crazy? Because there's like a year or 2 difference that'll put you over
100%.
line. Like somebody born like not a year
For sure,
or
for
younger
sure.
than us, 2 years younger than us is a totally different
Yeah, exactly.
Experience
Bro, but it's
growing
crazy.
up.
Listen, it's crazy. I talked to my girlfriend's little sister, bro. Bro, she doesn't even know what draking is. Like the term draking.
Like being
Yeah,
sad.
Like being sad. The term
Yeah,
draking.
because she didn't see.
Because
she
Is
didn't
that-
Because it's funny
experience
because he's
that
a different character now, though.
Exactly. So
Yes.
no, if you would never think that was Drake back then.
Damn, that's funny.
So
No.
we would mention Drake and she's like, bro, what the fuck you guys saying, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
because
what
at
is
the
that?
time it was Drake was Marvin's Room and Take Care, and he's
Yeah,
there
for
sad
sure,
as fuck
yeah.
and the cover of the album.
And also like socially, I feel because when we were jits, like if you like the girl, you can't just like Instagram her and like
Yeah, you had to
you
like,
had to
actually-
put in work.
Yeah.
And you had to like sit next to her and
sit
like you
next
feel
to
me
her.
like
You couldn't-
And
you
look
like-
at her and shit.
You couldn't like the picture, the 3 weeks.
you
the
couldn't
3 week
just
old picture.
slide in the
I remember
DM
in middle school.
and send the
Snapchat
paradise
being the biggest thing ever.
and
bro.
kick. No,
Snapchat
kick.
and kick,
What are you
bro.
Kick was
Yeah.
first. Kick was
Kick.
first.
Yo.
Uvu.
Uvu, yo,
with
I was
the-
on
you
that
got like
shit.
5 cameras on you, right?
That
Some
shit was
I
ahead
never
of
used it.
Zoom, FaceTime, all that shit. Uvu was on top, bro. Me
Yeah, but-
and like 8 people would be on Zoom, bro, from
On
fucking
Zoom.
on Uvu
Uvu.
for fucking 8 p.m. to like 4 in the morning, bro.
Now,
Every day. dog.
now you mentioned, you know, like how we had to talk to girls and shit.
Yeah.
It's totally different, yo.
Nah, for
like
sure.
kids nowadays, that's why they be choking up with girls. Like some kids
That's
nowadays,
why they ain't got sauce. They got fucking.
they can't even go to a girl and say hi,
Nah.
because no. But I could imagine. I don't blame them. Like it must be so difficult. Imagine like you get at girls with
Yeah, through a whole different persona.
yeah, through
bro.
a whole different.
persona.
First of all, a whole different
It's
personality.
virtual. Yeah.
Because for the most part, people aren't the same when you meet them in person. They're not the same
No,
that,
at all.
that they portray themselves like online. It's kind of weird, but and I feel that like we had the healthy balance, like that
Yeah,
we got to experience
Nah,
like
for sure.
we got to experience like maybe like what older brothers and older sisters like felt. Also like what like younger brothers and younger sisters felt.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
of course, yeah.
A good healthy balance, and I think that's just crucial to like
And to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way because,
for sure.
like, I remember still playing outside, riding bike without
Oh,
my
you
phone.
remember the whole BP fucking wars we used to have?
Bro, we used to
By the train tracks,
we had
bro.
a train track like behind the crib, and bro, we would light shit up, bro. We would do whatever the fuck we needed to do to entertain ourselves.
Yeah, man, kids nowadays they're lame, bro.
And they stay in, they just play video games, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's not
sad,
the same,
it's sad.
dog. It's not the same.
It's not the same, yo. We just hit a 90-minute mark. I think we're finna wrap it up from here. How y'all boys feeling? How y'all boys feeling? Any last words?
It was a good pod.
pod.
I'm looking forward to see what
Yeah,
we get the projection on here because this is about to get lit. I think.
Yeah, it's gonna
Let's
get
see-
rowdy.
Even they have it here projected that even if he does win,
Wait, but Biden. All right, so Biden right now we have
Bro, look.
192 to 114. Projections. I'm guessing by the end of the night will be 265, 225 for Biden. Biden will be 5 votes away.
and that's Trump winning Florida and Texas.
And Texas, yeah, I guess the Biden campaign
Pennsylvania's
they
very
marketed
crucial,
good.
bro.
They marketed good they had a backup plan for losing Florida and Texas. Probably they had to because
Pennsylvania
it looks like he could still win.
Good shit. I like the way this is.
yeah, it's looking pretty good. Then the pod is looking good for Biden. You know, fuck
Donald
Trump,
Trump.
fuck Donald Trump, fuck all that bullshit, fuck politicians.
And fuck everybody that fuck with Donald Trump.
Exactly, we heard it here first. 2021. That's what we got.